Talking about crowdfunding for the first part of class tonight. We're talking about two different kinds, both equity crowdfunding and rewards-based crowdfunding. I'm really happy that we've got NIN Desai here to join us. She has actually crowdfunded a venture capital fund.
A little bit about the fund. We're a $25 million fund. We only invest in technology companies. Early to growth stage, Series A and Series B round. Our typical deal size is $1 million to $5 million. Our areas of interest are financial services technology, internet and digital media, mobile communication, cloud computing, and 3D printing is high up on our priority list right now. How we raised our fund is falls under crowdfunding. There are two ways to do crowdfunding. The first is equity. We kind of fall under the equity crowdfunding rule, but we are not giving up the equity. When somebody invests in a fund, they're actually getting limited partner stakes, but we'll talk solely from a company perspective. So when you're doing equity crowdfunding, there are many players you can reach out to. We actually did have ourselves up on Crowdfunder for a little bit. I believe AngelList is very good, CircleUp does very good. There are some pros and cons to equity crowdfunding. So for example, you can raise capital very quickly. There are a lot of downfalls when you do equity crowdfunding. One of them is you lose ownership, obviously. The second is audited financial statements. You are at the risk of a forced IPO. See that every time you bring in a new shareholder, you have to have them sign a shareholder agreement. That's just more legal costs, legal fees. There are many successful campaigns that have done equity crowdfunding. So for example, Tono Music, they raised about $4 million on Crowdfunder. Nomad, they raised about $1.6 million on CircleUp. Second is the rewards-based crowdfunding. There are many companies that do it. Kickstarter and Indiegogo are, I would say, the major players here. Some of the pluses for raising, reward crowdfunding is marketing, word of mouth. Instant sales. Many successful campaigns, I just said, Pebble was looking for $100,000 on Kickstarter. I think they ended up raising over $10 million. Same with Form 1 3D printer. I think they were looking for $100,000. They raised about $4 million.